I was just on all fours back there. Hello from sunny Scotland. I've come up to visit some friends and I saw an Airbnb narrowboat that was for hire, and I thought, you know, that's the perfect place to stay on my Scottish adventure. Obviously somebody else thought that because it was booked out for the dates that I needed it. So then I thought to myself, what's the next best thing? And you can't stay on the water? Well, stay beside the water. So that's what I've done. I'm a few miles out from the city centre and my plan was to go for a walk along the canal until I got into the centre of Glasgow, and that was going to take about 3.5 hours. Unfortunately, the towpath is completely iced over, so that won't be happening, at least not today. So I'm going to jump on a train into the city centre and see if we can find something to do there. This is the Forth and Clyde Canal in Glasgow. That red building was the Port Dundas grain distillery. This whole area here at Speirs Wharf used to be a hub of industry, with grain mills and stores, as well as housing the offices for the Forth and Clyde Navigation Company. In 1989, the building was converted into apartments. Speirs Wharf is also home to a small community of boats, including the Airbnb I wanted to stay on. I'm definitely going to come back and do that. I'm walking along the Glasgow branch of the canal, headed west to join the main branch of the canal at Stockingfield Junction. At least, I'm trying to. As you can see, the towpath is covered in ice, and it's massively slowing my progress. Ooh, it's nice to see the converted lifeboat trend as a thing here too. Applecross Street was formerly the terminus of the Forth and Clyde Canal before being extended towards the city centre. These poor baby swans did not seem impressed by the ice, and I know how they felt. I'm sorry, how are people running on this? I was just on all fours back there. There's the Partick Thistle football stadium. I don't know of any other sports stadiums so close to a canal. If there are some, do let me know in the comments. I was going to bail out of the walk here because progress was painfully slow, but I was desperate to see the Maryhill lock flight, so I persevered. Under the bridge was the first place the path wasn't frozen, but my relief was to be short-lived. Oh, this is a bad idea. I'm trying to walk on the grass so I don't slip on the ice, but it's a really steep embankment, so there isn't actually anywhere to walk, and I keep smacked by these thorns. Ow! See the things I do for you. I did end up bailing here and walking along the main road to the lock flight. There are 5 locks in the Maryhill flight. Lock 21 is the top lock, 25 the bottom. The lock landings were dangerously icy, but here in Scotland all locks need to be operated for you by a lockkeeper, and the cruising season on the Forth and Clyde only runs from April to October, quite different from the English canals. I was desperate to see the other locks in the flight, but it didn't look like it was going to happen. Okay, it is super duper duper icy here. So I think this is all you're going to get, I'm afraid, of the canals. I jumped back on the subway and headed for my absolute favourite place in Glasgow. If you can only do one thing while you're here, this is it, the Riverside Museum. As always, start your visit on the tall ship Glenlee. Built in 1896 in Glasgow as a cargo ship, she's been used as a museum since 1993. She's a steel-hulled, three-masted bark ship who has had many jobs and names over the years, but is now back home and educating visitors to the museum. Entry is free, as it is to the main museum. Here you'll find trams, buses, trains, and all other transport-related exhibits. My favourite, of course, are the old subway carriages. I could make a whole video of the museum. It is a must visit if you're in Glasgow, but it was time to head back into the city for something else just as exciting. There's a small Christmas market here at St Enoch's with various sweets and treats. The main market is across at George Square with everything you could wish for. I had the best night, but was glad to get back to the hotel. This is the dining room, and here's the main entrance. This building used to be the Canal's custom house, and has been sympathetically restored, with each room having a nautical theme. I think this might become my new regular hotel when I'm up here. The room was stunning, with dual aspect views of the canal and the River Clyde. On my last morning, I woke to find that the towpath and canal had finally begun to thaw, so I can quickly show you around before my train home. Yesterday this was completely covered in ice, like you couldn't walk on it at all. It seems to have thawed out a little bit. Spoke too soon. This is a facilities block for all the boaters who live here. I'd love to keep my boat here. Maybe not in the winter with all that ice. Look at those old barges. Someone said that they used to build boats here. This is the lock onto the Clyde from the canal. There's my lovely hotel, and that's the Erskine Bridge. It's always very sad to see a sunken boat. We'll definitely do the long walk into Glasgow when I'm back in better weather. Unfortunately, all too soon my trip has come to an end, but thank you so much for joining me and for watching, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye.